Hello, my name is Maddie Ritz-Tillman, and welcome to the final presentation of my master's project. My master's project is titled Transforming Professional Development, Video-Based Training to Optimize Staff Use of District Digital Tools. Let's begin. To get started, the client for this project was Valley Falls Unified School District number 338. Valley Falls is a small 2A rural district that serves approximately 400 students. The district is located in Valley Falls, Kansas, which can be found in Jefferson County. The district employs staff ranging in various ages, from 18 and just graduated high school to age 80. The elementary, middle, and high school buildings are all attached by the district office, which means that the district is one large building and that the staff engage with one another daily. The administrative team is made up of two building principals, one who serves the elementary school and middle school, and one who serves the high school, as well as the district superintendent. At the beginning of this project, the district administration, they found a problem. They identified gaps in the technological proficiency of the district staff members. They determined that staff needed help improving skills using forms on the district website, platforms which could be used for classroom management, and various engaging sites which should and could be used during classroom instruction. So, administrators were seeking to improve staff understanding of these different technologies and how they could be used. The solution in this project was to create training to show the staff members how to use the district technology tools and resources available to them effectively and efficiently. So this involved me creating video tutorials and demonstrations which were delivered via the Edpuzzle platform. Edpuzzle was chosen for a few different reasons for this project. Firstly, because it collects live data as users fill out questions and their data is collected and shared with the person who created the Edpuzzle. So, as individuals completed the training for this project, administrators were able to see the live data via the Edpuzzle platform. The second reason is due to the amount and opportunities of embedded questions. So while you're creating an Edpuzzle, you can embed various questions, which include multiple choice, true or false, and you can even put in notes into different videos. So these help keep users actively engaged in the learning. In order to complete this process, I used the ADDIE model. The ADDIE model starts with the analysis phase. In the analysis phase of this project, district surveys were looked over by myself and the building administrators that highlighted their concerns from previous years of staff's use of district technology tools. Then I created a pre-assessment, which I would give to the group in the pilot study later on during the implementation phase. Based on this pre-assessment survey and the knowledge that the administrators shared with me, I started getting to work in the design phase by selecting Edpuzzle as the tech tool, like I said, for various different reasons, as well as creating a timeline for the development of the Edpuzzle videos. The development was a timely process. I created a Google Classroom in order to house all of the different Edpuzzle tutorials that I would be creating, and I started to record those videos, which is why, like I said, the timeline was so important. Once I had all of that done, it was time for the implementation phase and the pilot study. So I found my participants for my pilot study and let them get to work over a 2-week period as myself and administrators collected their feedback and their data from the completion of the training. Afterwards, once they were finished, we were able to give them a post-assessment, which gauged their confidence levels in using the various technologies that they had learned about throughout the training. And then I met with administrators in order to discuss the changes that needed to be made to the project and the potential for its further development. So this project had two main objectives. The first objective was that certified staff would be able to demonstrate proficiency by implementing at least 3 instructional technology tools within a lesson. The second objective was that both classified and certified staff members would be able to apply their learned knowledge of technology skills in order to use all required district resources effectively, which they would show by completing specific administrative tasks. These objectives were set by myself as well as the district administrators. So like I said, during the development phase, I got to work creating a lot of different Edpuzzle tutorials. So these were classified using 3 headers: district resources, classroom management, and instructional resources. So during the district resources module, it talks about those resources which could be found on the district website or that they have access to through the district on a daily basis. The classroom management resources are those that individuals might use on a daily basis in order to help maintain their classroom efficiency. And then the instructional resources are those which could be used as a supplemental tool within the classroom. So now I'd like to show you a bit of my project, starting with the pilot study group. So here's the different participants as well as their descriptions, what they taught, their ages, as well as their years of experience in education. So as you can see, there's quite a variation in the different participants that I gathered for this pilot study. So our youngest would be 19, and our oldest is 86. So like I said, quite a variation in order to make sure that these videos would be an effective means of training. Next, I'd like to show you the Google Classroom hub that I used. So this is what that looked like. Under the classwork tab is where individuals were able to find all of these different materials. So they had a getting started module, which showed them how to navigate Edpuzzle and explained all of the instructions pertaining to the pre-assessment and the post-assessment. So as you can see here, like I said, the videos are separated within their individual modules where they're supposed to be. And the post-assessment can be found at the bottom. Looking a little bit more at the Edpuzzle itself, here's what that classroom looks like. So here I can see all of my participants completed the tutorials. I only had 13, the 14th is myself because I wanted to look at them as well. And so I can see their answers, when they would have been assigned. And so if we go in here, it can look at all their answers, their attempts, whether they turned it in or not, how long they took, the questions, like did they get it right, things like that. So lots of different data pieces here that can be looked at. And like I said, all this data was collected. If you go up here to these 3 dots, you can actually download the grades and put them into a sheets. So that was super convenient for us while we were looking at the data. But all the videos can be found here. They're all housed on the Edpuzzle site. And then later we're put into the Google Classroom Hub for easy access. And like I said, the last part was the data analysis, which was definitely the most interesting part of this project. So based on these numbers here, you can clearly see the pre-assessment is the light blue, and the post-assessment ratings is the dark blue. So for every single video tutorial, confidence ratings went up. Now, there were some which went up immensely, and those are the videos that were the most successful because most of the individuals didn't know anything about the specific technology resources. Now, there were some videos where the confidence levels weren't boosted immensely, and those are things like Google Classroom or Gmail, things which individuals should know how to use and would be using on a daily basis. So that's why this data is helpful to show us maybe what videos need to be produced and what videos don't need to be produced. And so that completes my project overview and a glance into my ADDIE model and what it looks like in action. So by the end of this, we were able to sit down and evaluate, me and the administrators, the pre-assessment as well as the post-assessment. And we compared those two things, like I just showed you on the last data screen, in order to measure the growth and confidence that the participants had. And like I said, the results were great. They showed that the participants had improved in every single training, even in topics that they were already familiar with. So even if it's just a little bit of growth, that's still something to celebrate. But the biggest improvements were seen in areas where they had the least prior knowledge or experience. So things like the command point software, which only few in the district know about, would be a very beneficial tutorial because most don't know about it. And they seem to do quite well with the new information. And because of the success of this project, the district has recruited me to continue to develop this project further. They'd like me to refine the video timings and the pacing on them to make sure that the questions line up with my voiceovers. They'd also like additional content to be created to cover new topics that staff might be unfamiliar with and to explore other tech tools in more detail. Excuse me. And finally, they want to make sure that the content is being tailored to meet the needs of all staff. So most of these videos were geared towards certified staff, but they definitely want to see more videos for the classified staff as well. And so those are just some goals that they have going forward into this new phase. Once again, I'll probably use the ADDIE model of design and start with that analysis of what things went well, what things need to be changed and adapted, and then start the process all over again. But that's all that I have. Thank you so much for watching my final presentation of my master's project. I'm very proud of what I've accomplished. Thank you.